Off they go in the third of the day here at Rosehill Gardens, immediately dropping off Raiden Pillage and Peakalan, and Bella Sunday's left in front. Fictitious Lady is in second posse, followed by Lariata, and then Zin Zin Oh So Royal, and about 2.5 then to Imbudo, and a couple of lengths to Peakalan on the outside of Raiden Pillage. Well, Bella Sunday is the leader. I don't know whether Larry Cassidy wanted to be there, and Bella Sunday going on to the first corner leads a length and a half on Fictitious Lady. Zin Zin third, Lariata fourth, Oh So Royal next, then Imbudo, Peakalan next to last, and Raiden Pillage Absolute to the 700 in this order, and the favourite is Bella Sunday. Larry Cassidy aboard. He's won the first two, Larry, leading all the way. Is he going to do it on Bella Sunday? And at the 600, Bella Sunday increasing a lead to 2.5, Fictitious Lady. 2 lengths to Lariata inside Zin Zin. 3 Imbudo pushed hard. So too Oh So Royal, Peakalan and Raiden Pillage. Around the corner they travel past the 400, and Bella Sunday 2 lengths Fictitious Lady, Zin's in the outer, and then Lariata and a length to Imbudo and a similar margin Oh So Royal. Bella Sunday halfway down the straight, still about 2 clear. Zin Zin is hanging out. Imbudo can do no better from Raiden Pillage, but it's Bella Sunday the leader. Zin Zin is the only danger. Bella Sunday is holding Zin Zin. Bella Sunday tired. Bella Sunday looks as though it might have just beaten Zin Zin, who's a fair way out on the track. Third was Raiden Pillage, and then a good go for fourth. Imbudo in company with in the middle Peakalan. On the inside of those was Lariata. Good margin off Fictitious Lady, and the last home was Oh So Royal. Bella Sunday, Zin Zin wide out. Now, to the naked eye, from where we stand here, the inside horse has appeared to have a margin, but the rail is 8 metres out and it could throw us totally. So hang on to your tickets here. You're getting a different view if you're watching at home than what I'm getting, because I'm this side of the line, and that's hard to say on the shot there, but here's the number coming up. Yeah, it's won at number 3 is the winner. Bella Sunday has won it, ridden by Larry Cassidy. Number 3 is the winner, and that is Bella Sunday, ridden by Larry Cassidy. Second goes to number 8, Zin Zin, ridden by Jay Ford, and third placing to number 10, and that is Raiden Pillage, handled by Craig Carmody, with number 5 the official fourth, and that was Imbudo. The winner, Bella Sunday, completes a clean sweep for Larry Cassidy. I don't think many of us expected Bella Sunday to lead there, but he had no other alternative, Larry. Nothing else wanted to lead, so he's won the first 3, and he's led all the way on the 3 of them. And this filly's by Sunday Silence from Singles Bar, and is an infinitely better filly when she can get a sit, but she's done a darn good job having to be ridden upside down here this afternoon.
All right, Ian, trained by Graham Rogerson. The first 4 there, 3, 8, 10 and 5, $677.80 in New South Wales. Bella Sunday and Larry Cassidy successful. Now, next up is Morfettville. We've got a 2-year-old race coming through in a couple of minutes. They're heading to the start. Favourite is Tresillian, number 7 at 280, just ahead of Yosarian, and then Bayo, Sal and Waverley. The main ones, race 2, Morfettville, in 5 minutes. Plenty of first starters. Fourth at Flemington in 15 minutes, Sylvana, Zana, Faith Hill and Yvonne, 3, 8, 4, 11 for the Sky ratings. Just repeating that Forum Floozy is a late scratching. She came out at about 10:45 a.m. local time this morning. It's an open race, the Nestle Peters Classic, over a mile for the fillies and mares at Group 2, but Infinite Grace is the favourite. Let's have a look at them. Alf Matthews joins me from the course. Gold Lottie, number 1, a mare from the John O'Shea stable. She's been thereabouts in Sydney, Alf.
Yeah, John's got it going very well too. Down a couple of kilos with the weight structure of this event. Does look well.
Gentle Genius, another Sydney mare trained by Tony Wildman. Probably prefer it dry though.
I think the track's holding though. I'm not going to totally dismiss it, but its form, in my opinion, is a bit ordinary apart from its last start.
Sylvana's trained by Barry James at Ballarat. Good run in the Seymour Cup last time out.
Just a wonderful competitor, this horse, Sylvana. Wins anywhere and always gives you a run for your money. Drawn nice too and looks good.
Sydney mares, there's plenty of them. Faith Hill's trained by Ron Quinton at Randwick, number 4. Here she is, the grey mare. Third in the Tristark last time out. Hit the line strongly too.
Yes, I've got no doubt I'm going to put it on top. I had it on top this morning. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm more than happy I'm leaving it on top.
To number 5, Paladama, trained by Noel Doyle up at the Gold Coast. She raced last Saturday in the Tizio Stakes.
I think it can improve a little bit on that performance. I thought it was just a tad disappointing. It looks fair.
Kriyanka, number 6, trained by Sean Dwyer at Toowoomba. Absolutely loves the wet, this mare.
Yes, and that's why it comes into calculations. However, I can't forgive it for a very ordinary performance last start.
Xana, number 8, trained by John Hawkes. 2 runs this campaign for 2 wins.
On wet ground at Moonee Valley, I thought got all the favours on that occasion. Still looks well and presented very well in the yard.
Tata Tatiana, number 9, a mare trained by Joe Cleary at Queanbeyan. She's got a good following in New South Wales, this mare, Alf.
Yes, and she would need to have a very good following to be in contention in a race like this, but does look well. You're going to get value about it, I would imagine. It's been a bit of a drifter already, but does look good.
Tarcoola Diamond, number 10, a mare trained by Dean Lawson at Flemington. 5th in the Tristarc last time out.
And not a bad performance on that occasion. Trained on the track, which is a little bit of a bonus too, but looks okay.
Yvonne, number 11, trained by Tony McAvoy. She's got a great record, 9 starts for 6 wins.
I often think after they draw so awkwardly, if they had their opportunity again, whether they'd in fact put the blinkers on from an awkward gate, that's the query.
Mrs. Tendulkar, number 12, who of course is trained by Guy Walter these days. She ran 3rd in the Belle of the Turf at Gosford last start.
Yeah, it's still not a bad performance. I just thought it might need to improve a little bit. We'll get back.
Number 13, Infinite Grace, is the favourite. Greg Childs up for John Simons at Seymour. Very honest mare, and the wet track won't hurt her either.
No, drawn okay, got the favours last start after drawing extremely well and was given a brilliant ride by Greg Childs. It'll want to be on song today.
Number 14, Lucida, trained by Chris Lees at Newcastle. She deserves a trip to Melbourne. She's been going okay.
Oh, terrific run last start in the Tristarc behind Infinite Grace, and a lot of these horses do come out of that run. And again, it never got any favours on that occasion. It'll run a good race.
Make Me Strong, number 15, trained by Bart Cummings. Can it improve?
All I could say is that it would need to.
Absolutely. Thank you, Alf. That's a look at all of the fillies engaged in the next race at Flemington, the Nestle Peters Classic, and we'll return to Alf for his final comments on race 4 shortly. Waits through at Rose Hill on the 3rd. 3-8-10. Bella Sunday beat Zin Zin in a very tight photo finish. Now, Morphettville and race 4 with Greg.
Favouritism is held with Infinite Grace, but only narrowly on track as it is on the tote. Silvana has support of second pick, Faith Hill third favourite, and then Avon very solid in the market, with Xana easing next. Now Xana goes up into the stall. Silvana is ready. Tata Tatiana standing up well. Faith Hill on the inside. Now moving into the stalls, it's Gentle Genius. Yvonne about to come up. Big Pat won the previous, his first victory since winning the Derby in South Australia as a 3-year-old 2.5 years ago. And his 4th run for Robbie Griffiths, and he makes his way into the Melbourne Cup field. Paladama now comes along into the gates. Tarcoola Diamond going in looking for her place a little wider. They're racing now, and Faith Hill jumped away fast on the inside. The grey was one of the first to bounce out. Tata Tatiana jumped quickly and immediately slots into second. There's Creancer on the improve a little wider. Around Paladama, Xana, Silvana, the rail. Yvonne's off and running towards the front runners now. And as they settle into stride, there's a bit of pressure up on top. Creancer found the lead. Yvonne shoots across and gets to second. Faith Hill let them go. And the grey mare settled in third, followed closely by Tata Tatiana. Then came Infinite Grace on the outside. She's travelling 3 wide with the 1,000 metres left to go. Silvana and the Cerise tucked away nicely on the inside from Xana. Paladama's wide. One Mrs. Tendulkar being followed then by, as they came up the side of the course, Gentle Genius over on the inside. And around them is then Tarcoola Diamond. They were followed then by Lucida a good way back. And Make Me Strong is last over on the inside, and Gold Lottie's about third last. Up towards the home turn, and Creancer has the lead. Yvonne in second place racing. 600 left to go. Infinite Grace has done it tough. She's been 3 wide all the way. Faith Hill right behind the leader, followed as they swing into the straight, then Tata Tatiana. Peladama next on the outside. Gold Lottie's coming the run right down the outside. Silvana and Gentle Genius are searching for inside runs as they came to the 300 metre mark now. Yvonne hit the lead. Infinite Grace goes with her. Silvana's got up behind them and she's about to get an inside run. Faith Hill is getting into the clear. Wider out is Xana and Tata Tatiana. Infinite Grace at the 100. She broke a length and a half in front. Xana's coming after her. Mrs. Tendulkar flies. Infinite Grace grabbed by Xana. Xana a nose. Infinite Grace, I'd say. And third to Mrs. Tendulkar. Closely followed just behind those to Tata Tatiana. And then came Lucida, who flew late down the outside. Then Silvana, Gold Lottie, Yvonne. Faith Hill next, trailed in by Creancer. And then Gentle Genius, Tarcula Diamond, Peladama. And back at the tail is Make Me Strong.
Xana, ridden by Corey Brown and trained by John Hawkes, has got the money. Here she comes on the outside there with the blue cap. Corey getting a home. Xana makes it 3 wins on the trot. She'd won at Moonee Valley last Saturday, picking up the Tezio Stakes, and at Randwick prior to that, the Angst Quality over 1400. So John Hawkes has got her firing this preparation. Xana, ridden by Corey Brown. He's had a great spring. Of course, he had the big day in Sydney at Randwick on Epsom Day, winning all 3 Group 1s. Here's the concluding stages. Blue cap for Corey, coming at them late. Xana home from 13 Infinite Grace, ridden by Greg Childs. 12 Mrs. Tendulkar, Patrick Payne third. Terrific run by Tata Tatiana. That's her back in 4th spot now in the white sleeves. Tata Tatiana, ridden by Noel Callow, has officially run 4th. So 8, 13, 12 and 9 are the numbers. And the New South Wales first 4, $7,701 even on race 4. Next race at Flemington is the Wakeful Stakes for the 3-year-old fillies. Great race. Final lead up to the...
Yeah, it's going to be a big advantage for her. She's not very big, so with a lot of toe she has. She's drawn a bit awkward, but hopefully we can get across into a nice position.
Nips is a very good chance today, probably best ride of the day. The horse was narrowly beaten last start. Got a fair way back, maybe a change of tactics today?
Yeah, there doesn't look to be much speed in the race. First time over the 1900, so hopefully we can cover
$345.90 on race 2. Now we're off to Rose Hill, race 4 with Ian.
As Matt crosses, Bella Sunday winning the previous from Zin Zin, Raiden Pillage and Imbudo. The second to Stolen Glances, and Sobrali won the first. Larry Cassidy riding all 3 winners, who accordingly led all the way. Larry was going to ride Kelly Song in this, who would have been the favourite, but Kelly Song was scratched this morning at scratching deadline, so she'll keep for another day. She's been racing very well. All that glitter is down from Toowoomba. And all that glitter about to come forward. Her racing colours are yellow with a purple spider web. Just a very, very fine spider web design on the back of the jacket as outward display moves forward now, and we're set for a start. This is the All Phones. We've got it all. Handicap 1100. Dainty Deb is over on the rails. She's keen to get on with it. Starter has the button. No, there's trouble with Prestigic. What is going on here? He was hanging like a monkey from a tree, the rider of Prestigic, Luke Price. And out the back has come Prestigic. She raced in that event here. Race number 7, I think it was, last Saturday afternoon, run in that absolute downpour. She's out, Greg. Prestigic at 1:55. Thank you. She's out. Prestigic at 1:55 Eastern Daylight Saving Time. She hurt herself when she reared up. 1:55 Prestigic, a late scratching. Number 5 quoted on the tote in New South Wales at 6:60. She was around about the same in the ring, maybe a fraction shorter. Anyway, again, they're already Racing this time, Blue Satab immediately out the back, and Janadai and Dainty Deb put on the speed. Third is Osbred Blue, followed by All That Glitter and wider outward display from New Bold Royale, and then Rosmarino Ravenswood, and the grey Blue Satab last. The late scratching number 5 Prestigic as they race to the side of the 750, and Dainty Deb is the clear leader from Janadai. Third Osbred Blue. The Toowoomba mare All That Glitter is travelling fourth, and outward display is out off the track, followed by Rosmarino the inside of New Bold Royale. 2 lengths to Ravenswood and 3/4 of a length the Blue Satab. This is the order galloping around the home corner, and Dainty Deb shows the way. A length on Janadai, being tracked by All That Glitter. Osbred Blue, Rosmarino's gone up on the fence, and outward displays on the extreme outside. New Bold Royale, Ravenswood and Blue Satab is now the extreme outsider as they come down to the 250, and Dainty Deb, Rosmarino not getting a lot of room. Outward displays going backwards. Osbred Blue out after this leader. Dainty Deb from All That Glitter. A run for Rosmarino, but Dainty Deb is clinging on, and Dainty Deb too good. Dainty Deb beat Rosmarino, followed by Osbred Blue. Then a photo with All That Glitter and Blue Satab involved for the fourth. Not far away, Janadai, Ravenswood. Outward display didn't do much, but by gee, she did have a wide run. And absolute was New Bold Royale. Well, what about that? Dainty Deb, number 7, ridden by William Pearson. Number 7, Dainty Deb, ridden by William Pearson, son of Chicka. And I may be wrong, but I think that might be the lad's first Sydney win. Certainly on a Saturday, but congratulations to him all round. By Danehill from Peggy Ann. And there's another horse to come from the front. Dainty Deb by Danehill from Peggy Ann, raced by Mr. Ken Jones Jr. and Mrs. E.C. Jones, trained by Frank Cleary, who's had a wonderful association, hasn't he, with the Jones over the years. And Will Pearson, who's doing very, very well for himself this particular season. Now, here are the full numbers coming up. 7, Dainty Deb is first. Second goes to number 9, and that is Rosmarino. Checkered passage in the home straight. Don't know whether there's a lot of room for her to get through there at a couple of stages. By Langfur from Amaya, trained by Gary Portelli. Ron Stewart aboard. And number 11 ran third, Osbred Blue, by Bluebird from Stormy Zephyr. Wade Slinkard, rider John Grisdale, and fourth went to number 10, and that was All That Glitter.
All right, 7, 9, 11 and 10, and the New South Wales first 4 on those numbers, $3,376.70. Dainty Deb for Frank Cleary and Willie Pearson. We're standing by for Uni minutes time, and Special Harmony, she's favourite for the VRC Oaks on Thursday. Her final hit out today in the Wakeful 270, she's expected to win. The only other filly under $10 is Bart's filly Generosa at $3.50. So 1 and 9, Special Harmony and Generosa. Alf Matthews is joining me to have a look at these fillies in the Wakeful. We'll start with Special Harmony. Alf, the favourite for the Oaks.
As pretty as a picture. Looks absolutely delightful, and it is clearly the class runner.
Rinky Dink is number 2 at $28. A filly trained by Rick Hoare-Lacey. How's she going this campaign, Alf?
I doubted her at the trip over the 2020 last start behind Timberina. However, it was a cheeky performance. Look, weight-wise, got some sort of chance.
Timberina, number 3, a filly trained by Tony Wildman at Warwick Farm. She looked great winning at Caulfield on Caulfield Cup Day.
Yes, and was given every conceivable chance on that occasion by Damien Oliver. Nothing will want to go wrong in transit.
Portland Damascus, number 4, trained by Tony McAvoy. She's only had 6 starts and she ran a great race in the 1,000 guineas for 4th.
I get the impression she's crying out for this distance. Her effort in the 1,000 guineas was acceptable, beaten just outside 3 lengths, has trained on nice and looks well.
Annie Levy is number 5. Bevan Lamming trains her at Cranbourne. She raced last Saturday at Moonee Valley and ran 4th in the Eliza Park. She's backing up today.
And that run was respectable, and she comes here today looking fine.
Barberton, number 6, trained by David Payne, a Sydney filly. She's won a couple of lower grade races here in Sydney, Alf.
Yeah, class might be the key here. However, I can tell you one thing, it does look very well.
Dane Beltar, number 7, for Leon McDonald. She hasn't won this preparation, but she's been thereabouts.
Wasn't beaten all that far last start behind Timberina, previously behind Unearthly. I thought the effort was good. She covered a bit of ground. Presents okay in the yard, but I'm just not sure.
Tully Bellotto is trained by Ross McDonald at Caulfield, 9th in the 1,000 guineas last time out.
And that effort was a bit average. I think with the give in the ground, this horse comes into contention a little better. Again, hasn't drawn favourably.
Generosa, big chance here, trained by Bart Cummings. Her run at Caulfield last time out was a ripper. She was just beaten by Timberina.
Held up down the running, not checked, did cost it the race, I've got no doubt about that. But in terms of Special Harmony, it'll need luck from its wide gate. Generosa is going to need luck from barrier 1, in my opinion.
Deputy De Hare, number 10, trained by Graham Rogerson. 9th at Caulfield in that race, won by Timberina last time out. She's big odds.
Yeah, she is big odds, but some of her runs haven't been too bad, and I didn't think it was the worst behind Timberina last start. Yeah, cheeky little chance. You'll get odds, though.
La Boisselle, Danehill filly, trained by Tony McAvoy. Best recent run, 2nd at Cheltenham, 2 starts back in a listed race.
Yeah, she looked to have had every chance behind Timberina at Caulfield. Looks okay, quite a nice looking individual, but I just thought it might be a bit out of its depth.
Grandly, number 12, another one trained by David Payne. A winner at Kembla Grange, a Class 2 winner 2 runs back, so tougher today.
Yeah, I just get the impression it could in fact be looking for further than today's performance based on its last start, but looks very healthy and well.
Dubai Pearl, number 13, a filly trained by Clary Connors. 7 starts for 4 placings so far.
Yes, professional place getter, near enough. But again, does look very healthy in the coat, ribbed up, very fit.
Romanikov's trained by David Brightoak at Mornington. She's a last start winner of a maiden at Mornington.
And she did win very, very well on that occasion, but you just look at it and you think, oh, is the class rise too much? I would have thought so. Nevertheless, it shouldn't be all that far away and should get a respectable run from barrier 5.
And we'll leave Flemington there for a few moments, and we will return with Alf's comments on the 5th, the Wakeful.
She faces the daunting task of rising in grade from a Mornington maiden victory. Annie Levy coming up into her position in the stalls. Clear favourite Special Harmony as Tully Bellotto goes in. And now there's just 2 to move in. Special Harmony coming into her place now. Berea the last to win this with 57. Generally speaking, if they can win with a big weight in the Wakeful, they'll take out the Oaks. And Special Harmony still on target to complete a quartet of victories, including the Manifold and 1000, which is rarely done. Only 3 fillies have done it before. But this hurdle first. Special Harmony now joined by on the outside, so the field is ready and they're racing immediately in the Wakeful. Starter caught them okay. Portland Damask, one of the first out. Rinky Dink wide in the oranges, pressing on. Dane Beltar's up there with Romanikov as they sort themselves out, and next is Dubai Pearl. And let's see, Oliver went right back to last on Special Harmony. She settled 2 lengths off the second last pair at the 1700, and Portland Damask made play in the Qantas Wakeful, out by a length. In second placing, Dane Beltar. Annie Levy is third, and Romanikov is caught wide, pressing on towards the lead. Then came back behind them Rinky Dink, and a length to By Pearl. 1.5 further back in the field, Generosa, and then Deputy De Hare the outside. 1.5 then to Grandly in the yellow colours, followed by Barberton, La Boisselle, and then Timberina. She's back to third last, and then came Tully Bellotto and Special Harmony last of all. Romanikov took over the running at the 1200 metres, and she's out by a length now. In second placing, Dane Beltar, and they're trailed then by Portland Damask on the inside, with Rinky Dink sliding around the outside. The speed's gone out of the race. 1 further back, Dubai Pearl. Annie Levy on the inside of Deputy De Hare in the pink colours, and 1 then to Generosa, Barberton, Grandly. They're followed by Timberina, La Boisselle, and 2 lengths away Special Harmony, who's got through on the inside, and Tully Bellotto's last. They're inside the 800. Romanikov Romanakov from Dane Beltar. Rinky Dink's been doing it pretty hard. Portland Damask, fourth on the insides, had a beautiful run, and then Dubai Pearl. Deputy to here, followed by Annie Levy. Generosa better than midfield within striking distance, but she does need a run. Grandly peels to the outside, and they're followed by Barberton. Special Harmony coming away from the rail, still with a lot of work to do. She's coming to the extreme outside, and then La Boiselle and Tally Bellotto in the straight. Dane Beltar hits the front now. Portland Damask in the clear is coming after her, and then Generosa, who's getting up on the inside, and Special Harmony and Rinky Dink are wide out. Dane Beltar had the lead. Timbarina's come from well back. She's got up on the inside with Generosa and Special Harmony wide, but Timbarina's hit the front of the Wakeful, and Timbarina wins again, beats Special Harmony a length. Dane Beltar a neck away third, Generosa 4, and they were trailed in by Grandly, and then came Rinky Dink and a break further back to Portland Damask. Romanakov, Deputy to here, Barberton trailed then by Annie Levy, La Boiselle, and at the end of the field a Tally Bellotto and Dubai Pearl.
Very good filly, and she raced like a real stayer today. Timbarina, number 3, ridden by Stephen King. She's trained by Tony Wildman at Warwick Farm, but she's been campaigning in Melbourne for a few weeks and winning quite a few races. 960 today over Special Harmony Dane Beltar, 4th number 9 Generosa. Here's Andrew.
And we're with Tony Wildman. Tony, congratulations. Wakeful, you're going to have a couple of really nice runners there now.
Yeah, no, she's a good filly, this filly. It's good. It's great.
And just has that nice turn of foot too that you like to see going into the Oaks next week.
Yeah, she's a bit of a racehorse, this one, I think.
What about the two of them? What about the one that's stable, Charm View?
Yeah, no, she's going great too. She's going great. They've both won well, but this horse is a real racehorse, you know. So I hope it'd be nice to Quinella it.
It would be.
Yeah.
Good luck, Tony.
Thanks, mate.
Enjoy it. Tony Wildman joining us. He's just going to go and have a chat to Stephen King, and he's got 2 nice fillies, Matt, in the Wakeful on Thursday.
Warwick Farm trainers have won 3 races at Flemington today. Amazing. The first race with Sir Dex, trained by Greg Hickman. John Hawkes won a race with Xana, and now Tony Wildman with Timbarina. The New South Wales first 4 on that one, $603.30. At Flemington, he's just won the Wakeful Stakes.
Cox Plate 1 week, the Wakeful the next, mate. It's not a bad effort.
No, it was a great win. Getting towards the turn, I elected to come out. Plan A didn't work, so I had to go Plan B and go back to the inside. But it was a very impressive win.
Steve, when she let down, I don't think I've seen a filly sort of let down as quick as she did. She just, for that probably 20 or 30 metres, just seemed to get energy from nowhere.
Yeah, I worked her during the week, and she gave me a really nice feel. She's a nice filly, nice and relaxed. And as I said, once I got that little bit of interference early up the straight, and I swapped to the inside, I knew I had plenty of horse left, and when I asked her quick, and she really sprinted.
All right, let's look forward to Thursday. Any talk of you perhaps being involved here, or what do you think of her chances over a little bit further ground next Thursday?
Being involved.
As a rider?
I would think I am.
Okay, all right. You've answered that question for me. Okay, how do you sum up today's run compared to perhaps what you'd expect next Thursday?
Well, look, I mean, she's got a great temperament, nice and relaxed. I can't see the distance being a problem, so and the run really shouldn't hurt her because it's quite a soft win.
All right, well done.
Thank you.
All right.
He won the Derby this time 12 months ago, Stephen, on Hellenus. He's riding Extolling Virtue in the Derby this year. A couple of good rides in the other Group 1s, though, including Fields of Omar and Blur in the Salinger as the official.
It's 2 today.
Not a great combination, Joe. We've got a few of those today, unfortunately. Yes, they've never really forgiven this horse for running a couple of, nice placings in 3-year-old company last season, and he has to shoulder these pretty high weights all the time at the moment. Just hard to find the right race for him.
Is he capable of winning this race today?
Look, I think he's capable. He's getting to his right distance. His first 2 runs back, I think, have been good runs, given the distances that they were at. Track a little bit better today, too, will probably suit him, but look, he does have a bit of a task, I think, with a 58.5. Yeah.
Mark Zayer going for 2
Trained
straight.
at Nips is the favourite for the next at Rose Hill, ahead of Navy Beat, number 9, trained by John Hawkes, and Al Megdam, trained by Gay Waterhouse. So the big stables are represented very well in the next at Rose Hill. We are on the countdown now to the first of the Group 1s at Flemington. It's the Victoria Derby in 22 minutes. Let's give you some figures. Our Sky ratings are with Kempinski from Elbstrom, Face Value and Penitentiary, 2, 3, 1 and 4. For the Amy Victoria Derby, a race worth $1.2 million in prize money. Now, the current favourite on Super Tab is Noble Red at 380, just ahead of Elbstrom. Kempinski and Penitentiary are next best. So Noble Red from the Freedman camp is favourite. We're about to hear from Kerrin McAvoy, who's got a very good ride in the Derby.
And fourth, late scratching Prestigic.